First at 11, the removal of downed American Airlines Flight 5342 from the Potomac River near Reagan National Airport.
Tonight, the federal investigation into the deadliest aviation disaster in decades continues. Most of the remains of the 67 people in the mid-air collision have been recovered. Let's get to Nana-Sentuo Bonsu live at Reagan National tonight with the latest on the recovery timeline and the investigation. Nana?
Yes, Kenneth and Sharon, good evening. As the search for 12 more human remains continue, leaders with the Unified Command say so far they are pleased with their recovery operations, describing their day one goals as very successful.
Throughout the day, we've had some success. The first of the 2 engines was removed.
It was a busy day on the Potomac River as crews started clearing the wreckage 5 days after Wednesday night's mid-air collision. A U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter with 3 soldiers on board crashed into an American Airlines regional jet that was preparing for landing at Reagan National Airport. Large pieces of wreckage, mostly the main body of the plane, can be seen being pulled out of the river with the crane before being placed on a secure barge.
We had the fuselage out of the water. And then about 2:30 this afternoon, we began our salvage operations to begin to bring the wing out of the water.
During today's recovery and salvage operations, leaders confirmed that additional human remains were located in the water. There were 60 passengers and 4 crew members on the jet during the crash.
These remains, as well as remains that have been recovered previously, are in the process of being positively identified by the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner of the District of Columbia.
As of Monday evening, 55 remains have been identified as divers and responders continue to search for 12 more.
It's tragic, and everything imaginable that you can think of, right, that is what they're dealing with day in and day out.
Many questions still remain about what went wrong several hundred feet in the air. Investigators say there's a discrepancy in the altitude of the plane and helicopter during the collision.
It's important for us to not speculate, because there are all kinds of reasons that you could deviate from an altitude. You know, something as simple as a flock of birds is in front of you, or you may deviate if you see something that's an obstacle or other threat to your flight.
Jennifer Hamady, the director with the NTSB, says
it's important to understand that DC radar picked up that it was at 200 feet, but that radar doesn't update again and for a full 5 seconds. So what we've done is pulled additional data to get better, more granular information to understand the altitude.
Now, we are told that a lot of tomorrow's operations will be determined by the tidal conditions on the Potomac River. Now, if everything goes as planned, we know that crews will really focus on removing the cockpit. We're told it's expected to take about 3 days to remove the entire plane. Now, once the entire plane is removed, that's when we're told crews will go in and take that helicopter out of the water. Guys?
All right.